and welcome to another week of Star Geeks. This is Sean.
What's with the glasses? This is a Lil.
Tony Stark.
You're crossing the streams. This is Steve.
This is Ed, and
sometimes I amaze even myself.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, I just put these on. These are my Star Wars glasses that I got from New York Comic Con last year.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
they look
really
like
nice.
Tony Stark glasses.
They do look like Tony Stark.
They
glasses.
do look like Tony Stark.
They really do.
Is that
Interesting.
Edith? Edith? Is that what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Edith, yeah.
Did you say you want to call a drone strike?
Shit, not much is going on, dude. I don't have much Star Wars stuff this week. I still got I'm still glossing over this damn R2D2 that, man, I did the paint job on it and I'm not happy about it. What happened? Tony
Up there,
Stank.
Mando.
Well, the good thing
What's
about
up,
paint
Amanda?
jobs
Can
is that you
redo.
can always redo them.
Yeah, tell me what y'all think. I'm curious, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
It's trash. I can
It
already
is.
tell it's trash.
A little, yeah. If I'm not happy about it, it's not, dude. I think I gotta repaint it.
It's the artist.
Please
who's
be brutally honest. I really want you to hear you because this
searching
is
for perfection.
because the original was like more matted, and I just
Yeah.
kind of made it a little bit more glossy.
No, I mean,
I think it looks fine, Sean.
it looks good from what I'm looking at.
Really?
Let's maximize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the
I
piece that
mean,
comes off.
do you know how to color like in between the lines? Jeez. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I'm
No,
nice
I-
with it. I'm nice with it, son. I'm nice with it. But like, I think there's like a little bit more I gotta add. I think I might add a gloss to it just to kind of give it a little bit more glossiness. I really wanted it metallic, and the gray that I got was supposed to be metallic, but it's not. And I don't know, man. I'm not happy about it.
I think like if you were to give it like a clear coat
Hmm.
on top of
See,
that
Fernando
might
says
make
it looks great.
it might
Okay.
make that gray pop out like a metallic, and they even have like metallic like etching spray.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
You
is
can
true.
get. That'll give it
Okay.
that metallic look. So
Okay.
Just a little
All right.
little sparkle, but no, that looks good.
Yeah, why don't
It
you
looks
just
way better.
bedazzle it?
You know, a
Bedazzle
little.
it.
You know, a little.
you
know-
need to get two of those, put them like a hamburger, top and bottom, turn it into a disco ball.
There you go.
Oh shit, Steve, that'd be awesome.
Fully bedazzled, light up.
That would be
But
awesome.
but the eye, the big eye would like shine like lights.
That would
And
be
if
dope.
if you're doing that, you have to make it play the disco version of the Star Wars theme song.
I was just about to pull that up, Ed. No joke. I was like,
Yeah.
There's so many there's so many customizations that you can do with this fucking thing. It's really nice. Like I'm like, okay, I can do a lot with this, like custom lights and all that. So it's really cool. It's just, I'm a little hard on myself about paint. Now when I start to weather that motherfucker, I know it's gonna be good then. But
Oh,
right
yeah.
now,
Well, it looks
but Steve, noted on that. I might be hitting you up for just to kind of talk. But
Oh yeah, I had to make remember when I made my Zordon little, and I made that PVC look like metal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
I know all the shit. I know all the shit to get.
should have
So I
called you
guess-
before I started, but I didn't. Dummy.
So I guess you
But go
can't
ahead.
play that disco song, can you?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't want to get kicked off.
I don't even know what y'all
'Cause-
talking
'cause-
about.
Because YouTube, you never heard of the Star Wars disco song?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's
No.
going to be when we
It's pretty
exit
good.
out. We'll get it for you.
It's pretty fantastic.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, because I keep getting old school videos being like, I mean, we don't monetize anyway, but like I keep getting emails every day. A new video is not monetizable, not monetizable, not monetizable. I'm like, I don't know what YouTube's doing, but
On this show or our main show?
yeah, On the main show, not on Stargate.
What are we doing on that one? We've changed everything.
It's older shows that have been on there. So all of a sudden, it's like it's not none of the new ones, but it's just like
I was
what
like,
they're
that
doing
new
is
intro. They
old.
can't claim shit on that new intro.
I found our old intro, and I was like, oh man, I was playing.
Oh, you talking about the Daft Punk one?
No, not.
I love that one though.
Yeah,
one
you challenged me with that, and I delivered.
And you fucking delivered. I love that one. I wish we could bring it back. I love that one so much. Oh well.
Yeah, the early stages of the show had many cool things. I loved our previously.
Dude, I love those, man.
With the lost sound and all the.
Yeah.
That just required me to go back and listen. But there was so many funny lines. I was thinking about that today. I was like, one of them that I remembered was a clip line for me, and I was like, "Who would have sex with Galactus?" And it just went on. It was such random things taken out of context. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Fernando. The HBO intro is. Oh, was that it?
In the League of Beasts.
I've never heard that before. Not really.
Oh. Thank you, Fernando, for the HBO homage intro.
That one where Steve was putting all the Transformers changing stuff in the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
I don't have a soundboard to be able to play it like loud.
I miss all our intros. Those were great. Those were good times.
I think I have them all buried in my email. I could just like make a folder.
I have a whole bunch of ones. I have toy box intros from.
You know what the best intro was? Van Damme.
Van Damme. Van Damme.
And the 6-minute intro for Mac and Me.
That Mac and Me is classic. I don't give a shit what nobody said. You can't tell me nothing about Mac and Me. that and our Big Trouble in Little China one, boy. That is probably one of the best episodes ever. Big Trouble in Little China. Anyway, man, this is Star Wars, man. Anyway.
Just going down memory lane. Ed remembers all those things from the other side.
Yes. I do. I didn't realize that that was still a thing.
Yeah, 6-7 still a thing.
6-7.
I didn't know it was a thing either. I just still don't even know what the hell it means. What does it mean?
Nobody knows.
idea.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Michelle Williams, actress.
Van Damme.
Yeah, that was a
Van
awesome.
Damme. All right, Ed. I'll let you take it away because we don't have much. Although you've been to the parks or anything? Anything new that you see?
Nope, haven't been to the parks.
A lot of cool stuff for D23 though. There was. So I'm pretty sure Ed has.
Ed's gonna, I'm sure, talk about it in the news.
Let's get to Ed's news. Nope. You gotta unmute yourself, my friend.
It got me.
It's the mute roulette. The mute roulette. The fucking
throw up a video and who's it gonna get today? So obviously the big news was everything coming out of D23 for Star Wars. But in case you're looking for a recap as far as what we are going to get next year in 2027, we've got 4 big things throughout the year, and they're spread out pretty much evenly through the year. So we are going to get Ahsoka Season 2 very early in January. It is the 50th anniversary of A New Hope, so that will be coming out once again in theaters, and that will tie in nicely with Celebration. Then we get Starfighter early in the summer, and
you know what? Wait, real quick about that Ahsoka poster. I like it, but it scares me that is it AI? That's what it bothers me a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's a nice poster, but is it fucking AI? Because
you know what it is? It's over textured.
Yeah, I agree, Steve.
A good telltale sign of AI art is over textured. Look for them little white dots fucking everywhere. You see pictures with them little white dots everywhere? AI.
I hope it's not, dude. I really hope it's not, but who knows? Who knows?
I asked for Fernando sent me that video where Kevin Smith was talking about that.
I don't know. Is Marissa
Kevin Smith?
Tomei, is Marissa Tomei a grandma? Because that would be
I don't think she is.
That'd be a hard debate.
Yeah, I don't know. But then we get Darth Maul, Shadow Lord Season 2 at the end of next year.
When are we gonna get those fucking Starfighter shirts, man? Like that's a sweet logo. Is that a Jedi
out there? Yes.
Jedi symbol upside down with like 2 rifles? Like, it's fucking sweet.
Yes, kind of like a skull and crossbone. That was one of the
Good
big
shit.
D23 reveals. So that's what we ended up getting. Those are the big things for Star Wars. We got the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer and an official release date of January 20th. And then we got some information, and there was kind of like a teaser trailer that for some reason D23 released everything from all of those different products, and we got a lot of different images and trailers. I think 99% of them were immediately out, officially released for everybody to watch, except the Starfighter trailer. That's like the only one that was exclusive. So for some of us who watched it, congratulations, because it ain't out there anymore.
I
Really?
saw
I saw it too. I thought it was an official one. My bad.
I mean, everything else was. That was the only one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yo
all
ho,
right.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
So we will start things off with the Ahsoka Season 2 January 20 release. The trailer we got for that. Now, I've got a whole bunch of screen grabs from that trailer to kind of walk through this one. Again, if you're going to make it official and you're going to let me look at it, I'm going to look at it.
All right, Sean, got a closer view. I mean, it doesn't look too smudged. That was like a battle scene on the bottom of that poster.
Yeah, Steve. I looked at it. I did a AI image tracker. It's 2%. It says 2% generated. So I don't know. It's not official though.
That so 2% generated is nothing. Like that's not
likely to be AI generated or a deepfake. So
exactly.
2%.
It's not.
All right. So the lead off image, I think, is very interesting. So we get a lot of them on this very red tinged planet, which I think, given what we know about the groups that are in it and from Clone Wars, I'm saying that we're on Dathomir.
Okay.
This image is really cool because you've got the two opposing forces kind of trading blaster fire. But if you look in that mist and fog, that looks like burial mounds. So again, remember at the end of season 1, as Thrawn was leaving, he was loading up a whole bunch of coffins onto his ship to bring home with him.
He wasn't he? I can't remember how many there was. Like, I got to go back and look at it. I got to go back and watch Ahsoka again.
Yeah, no, I'll rewatch all of it prior to the season 2 release. And we know those Dathomirian witches, they are very fond of bringing people back from the dead. So,
agreed.
That rolls into an interesting scene where it's a flashback scene, and so it's a Clone Wars era because you have a young Ahsoka and Anakin, and we see this individual. We get a very good, clear look at him. He has a very unique lightsaber. It's one we've never seen. So it's a double-bladed lightsaber, but he's able to kind of separate it to then create a blade in the center of it. So a unique look thing. And obviously this individual
adding blades, adding. I do think that's a lot more usable than like the cross guard on Kylo Ren's. Like, I felt like that was just going to cut his own hands off.
I agree. That was useless, wasn't it? It seemed like it didn't do anything, but I mean.
So whoever he is, he's fighting with Ahsoka and Anakin. And prior to that, we see these images of the clone troopers kind of dead and laying in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Those
So
are
again,
from the Ewoks.
Those evil Ewoks. Again, total speculation because we have nothing to go on at this point. But given it that it's Clone Wars and we see what looks like dead clones and then a potentially rogue Jedi, did one of these Jedis get a Force vision of Order 66 and then lose his shit, kill his own clones, and now has to get taken out by Anakin and Ahsoka? I don't know.
I don't know.
One possible scenario.
It's so weird because this is a part of the Clone Wars, and like I do remember this outfit, but I don't remember the outfit. Like I'm still trying to figure out where did I see it at.
I think
it was some
on
part of the Clone Wars. Yeah, I think so too. I can't remember that. I got to go back and really watch the Clone Wars in detail. But like at the end of the day, like dude, the outfits look amazing. I'm all on board for it. Looks awesome.
Yeah. We get a lot of dialogue from Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, I kind of pulled the image from him from season 1. They obviously made some very big changes to the look of Thrawn because you can see in the upper corner, he was, I don't know if it's just the lighting from this scene, but he was much more electric blue. And there's also, I don't know if it was prosthetics or just something with the overall look of his face. It's the same actor. I mean,
yeah, but he looks less puffy.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe, but he might have lost a little bit of weight just to kind of do this role because
the actor saw season 1 and was like,
yeah, I gotta tighten it up. Back in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, I like the overall look, but I did like the more electric blue because that was kind of in line with everything we'd always had before.
I did too. I really hope that that's not.
Yeah.
I'm also more lighting.
Yeah, I'm looking at the top corner picture.
How
super blue.
Yeah,
it's like a blue room he's in. And here he's just in a dark room.
Yeah. So who knows? As he's narrating throughout, again, we get another scene of, I'm assuming this is them coming into Dathomir. Same general look, all the clouds. While he narrates, we get to see Ezra clean shaven now that he's returned from the alternate galaxy with General Hera.
Cool.
Yeah,
see, he's more blue here.
Well, but this is a hologram. They all look
blue in the holograms.
Yeah. But with this, it's interesting that, we hear him narrate and then we see this. And apparently, and again, we're speculating what we see. He's making an announcement to the galaxy wide of like, everybody, I'm back and we're putting shit back together. So he's putting them all on notice. I love this imagery of him now all cleaned up, his uniform's back to being pristine. He's on his throne chair, surrounded by
collectibles.
Yep. Great looking scene.
Jurassic Park dinosaurs.
Well,
love the droid in the back.
Yeah.
The black droid. I wonder, is that no, that couldn't be that one. What? No. Dr. Afra has a black droid too. I forgot what the hell hell that droid's name was.
There's a lot of like Black Protocol droids in the Empire. We've seen them in many properties.
Yeah, I know, but I was just remembering the one from Dr. Afra.
It was Al from Philly.
What'd you say?
I said it was Al from Philly.
Oh, it's triple zero.
Yes.
000. Yeah.
If Al was here, he would have thought that was funny.
So we get this really cool scene with these TIE bombers dropping what look like escape pods. And then it's interesting that they kind of follow through to where as they land and attach to these ships, they burn through. And if the sequence lines up, a whole bunch of Dathomir witches are popping out of them and they're sending them in hard against the New Republic.
It's kind of awesome. I do have a question though. Like, so watching this trailer, very like epic, like very like, oh shit, space battle, this battle, this battle. should they have made this shit a movie instead of The Mandalorian and Grogu?
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I have so in watching this trailer, it looks way more like epic than like the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Not only
And
that,
like
Hayden Christensen has been embraced by the community. Everybody loves this guy. We don't give a fuck about the sand. That wasn't you. That was the script. Look, you crushed
agree,
it.
man.
Everybody's on board with Hayden Christensen now, and I say you do it.
Like a little, like and a little is this question is kind of for a little because I'm very curious of how he feels about it, because watching this shit, you got space battles, you got Anakin, you got this, you got Hera, you got Ahsoka, you got a lot of shit in this, man. And it's like, any fan of Star Wars is like, oh, we should have got this as a fucking movie.
I guess it all depends, right? Like, how could you have condensed this into 2.5 hours? Like, we don't know how long the episodes are. We don't know how they put this together.
Right.
If this is an ending to something, or if this is going to continue, like, I don't know, right? Like, and I think that's what we're gonna have to find out, right? Because I agree. Like, I think there's some of the shows we've watched and we're like, hey, this would have been a great 2-hour movie instead of breaking it down into like, because we get annoyed when we see 23-minute episodes and it's a 5-minute introduction and
7 minutes credit.
This shit, they pulled out all the fucking stops. Like, I'm like, we're doing, shit. Like, every scene, I'm like, oh, wow, we're doing all this? Like, damn.
The original plan from a while back was to go Mandalorian season 4, Ahsoka season 2, have all this roll together, and then ultimately come to the epic movie that was the big space battle, everything coming together.
Right.
Yeah.
And not that I want to point a finger or blame any individual, but it was part of the high production costs. But by Iger's return to the role of going, no. You guys are spending way too much money on these TV level production. We need to get this back into the theaters where it generates revenue. So it kind of at least seemed that it forced Mandalorian Grogu to go to theaters per the directive. I mean, we could always speculate coulda, shoulda, woulda, but
they should have changed some things, like not film it on the show set and use subpar puppetry. But I digress. This looks great. This whole thing.
Yeah, Steve.
Really good.
I know, and Steve,
she got the Pink Ranger's weapon right there. I can make these connections. That's the fucking Pink Ranger's weapon.
It was when I seen it, I was like, okay.
Yeah, we get to this image and I'm like, oh, that's definitely Dathomir. I don't think there's any question at all.
No, there's no question at all, man. It's just so much, man. It's like the production, like on a trailer. I'm like, God damn.
Cool image with those zombie-esque stormtroopers that we saw come back, and then obviously they've got some more of the Dathomirian witches there. Now here's everything.
I got to imagine that zombie stormtroopers' aim is even worse than normal stormtroopers' aim.
Heck yeah,
they got to be fucking useless. Like, they're just there. They're there to stand in the way.
But the advantage of them is, a regular stormtrooper can't hit anything, but as soon as he gets hit, he drops and is out. These guys may not be able to hit anything, but you drop them and they get right back up.
I know. Awesome.
So
unless it's a headshot. Zombie rules.
True.
I don't know. So this is where it then kind of shifts into some of the things that we hadn't seen to this point. We get Ahsoka and Sabine. They're obviously still left behind on per diem.
Walking around like she wasn't run through the lightsaber. Fucking bullshit.
To be honest, that was the one thing that I didn't like in looking at this. And I know it's not going to happen. I know I'm not going to get my wish. But she's got the lightsaber. Sabine has the lightsaber hanging from her belt. I really wish they didn't force that.
I agree.
It's like, we need to make her. No, we don't need to make her. Ezra's a Jedi. Just stop.
But in her defense, Kanan was training her while she was in Rebels. So you gotta kind of you can't be mad at it now. We weren't mad at it when we were watching Rebels because she did have the dark saber. So let's be honest here. She is qualified.
Well,
can't
she
do
wasn't
it.
in most of season 1. She wasn't qualified. She was struggling, and I was
needs
fine
to
with
up
her
her
stand.
defense game big time.
I agree. She does need to embrace more Mandalorian.
Yes.
I agree. I agree with you on that. Like,
Put a
dude, you
fucking
need to be a
helmet on.
Mandalorian. Yeah. Keep that fucking helmet on, dude. Like, stop this bullshit. You got Beskar. You got Beskar armor, and you
How do
sitting
you-
around walking around without a Beskar armor helmet. You crazy?
the fuck
I had that
do you
bitch on
have-
all the time.
You create an entire race of people, and their one rule is we don't take off
your
the
helmet
helmet. Then you fucking cast it, and they're willy-nilly taking helmets off left and right. Like, if it's not a rule, then don't
Steve,
write it.
I agree with you
But
in this
that's
shit
not true.
because
Hold
Go
on a
ahead.
second though. That's not true though. Like there are Mandalorians that don't believe in that.
yeah, the ones that aren't high price actors.
That's the particular sect of Mandalorian.
Right.
Are you a known face? If you're not,
yeah.
keep your helmet on.
Yeah. Higher
Well, I would get it if they were
pay
like,
grade.
if they were like, oh, fucking, we're putting Matt Damon as a as a storm or a Mandalorian. I would understand wanting to rip his helmet off, but not her.
Yeah,
I
And
agree.
not Timmy Morrison. That man has had more FaceTime in Star Wars than anybody else. So
I
I
agree.
don't think keeping him under a Boba Fett helmet would have been a terrible idea.
Bo-Katan took off her helmet.
She
Yeah, but
didn't
she
wear. I don't
wasn't
think
part of that. She wasn't part of that sect.
Yeah,
She was still a Mandalorian. I'm tired of this bullshit.
But I'm telling you, like,
yeah,
that-
she
like,
wasn't part of the
so
Death Watch.
So it's like
Yeah, I know.
regular Jewish and like Hasidic Jewish. Is that
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Orthodox Christian, like all that kind of stuff. Like there's different sects for every religion.
So
I don't know, but
the ones that keep their helmets on, they're like with the curls and the big hats.
I guess so.
I guess
Okay.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not touching this one.
So
I'm not touching it.
this
I don't
next
have any of
slide-
them here. I have Seventh-day Adventist up where I live, so I don't know. Everyone's
I
walking
know.
around in farm clothes like it's the 1800s.
So since you were doing a lot of like kind of flashback moments, this one I'm sure for Sean is a Stan's dad. Oh, yes. B-Wings using their capital ship weapons
I love
as
a good
they were
B-wing.
designed. So good.
Again, Alil, they pulling out all the stops on this shit. Like it's like, oh, we're not gonna spend
You know what it
$30
is?
million on a
Maybe-
fucking TV show. Like
I posit that Mandalorian and the Grogu suffered because so many assets were divvied off to Ahsoka season 2. Like
I agree.
this is clearly where the money was spent.
Obviously, dog.
It wasn't spent on that tiny little spaceship to go rescue Mandalorian and Grogu.
It wasn't, dude. This shit they pulled out. It was like bang, bang, bang. Oh, and also we're gonna pull out the Mandalorian is gonna be in this one too as well. And Grogu.
Is he gonna be here?
I don't know, dude, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
I'd be happy to see the Mando,
I would too.
not Grogu. I've put my foot
shit.
down.
You know, Steve, I'm not mad at you. I get it.
No, you're gonna lose that.
This
No matter
little
what,
son of a bitch needs to
Grogu's
grow
gonna
up.
be in everything. He's gonna be in everything.
I don't know.
So this will be
I don't have
interesting
to watch
between
anything.
Ahsoka and Sabine, and then our
Baylor,
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of
The
the actors' names.
Hound.
the Hound.
Hey, look, Ray Stevenson, legend, would be sorely missed. This guy that got to reprise the role, fantastic actor. He will do the role.
Yeah, I like the
justice.
Hound. Yeah,
It's going to be
I agree.
interesting how they weave in all of this, especially because it looks like they're definitely bringing us down the Mortis track with everything on this planet.
I'm cool with that.
So, well, I
problem
mean,
with that.
but my only concern is that, you know, those of us who watched Rebels and are big Star Wars fans and followed those from Clone Wars, like They make sense to us, but this starts to get into some heavy stuff that your average, just kind of casual Star Wars fan is going to watch and be like,
Don't know.
what the hell are they talking about?
I know, dude.
They're
That
gonna
is
lose-
the
they're gonna
probably the
lose
one
people.
thing.
Well, that might be a
Yeah.
reason why this is a television show where people can, number one, not need to go to the theater, can take their time to understand what's going on and get the Star Wars uneducated educated, and then
Yeah,
down
I
the
agree.
road.
Ever since I met Ed, though, I'm just like, if I don't know, he'll tell me.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. Ed is our encyclopedia of Star Wars. Let's be honest here.
Here's where your money's spent. Another beautiful shot from this trailer. Just the spaceships, the battles, the little bit we've seen looks so good. They make sure to go through and show us the entire crew from the Ghost, including Chopper and Zeb reuniting with Ezra as he comes back.
Love it. Ghost Crew almost all together as one.
Almost.
Can't wait.
I didn't watch all of Rebels, but this has to be huge for you guys, right? I mean, it's the whole.
I mean, I think it's
crew and
awesome.
Live action.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking great. Love it.
Yeah.
Love all of it.
Wouldn't
Obviously,
it be better if Kanan was here?
Well, he's dead.
I know. I asked if it would be better. I mean, his death
But
was great.
but we can always get a Force Ghost of Kanan. Freddie Prinze
Shout out.
Jr. as Kanan's kind of cool. I'm kind of down with that. Like, you know,
that would
make
be
it happen.
crazy.
You didn't watch the newest. I know what you did last summer, did you?
Hey, listen.
We
listen.
did see. I don't need it.
Everybody
know.
gets a bad movie.
Look,
There's
I
bad
don't-
movies out there for every actor. Let's be
I
honest.
don't know if he could pull it off, bro. I don't know if he could pull it off.
Oh shit.
I mean, they just do some de-aging and some makeup and
Yeah. Oh, you know.
float him
I remember
around.
I remember he was blind anyway. So, yeah.
So, Fernando, that's only good if they're not texting you while you're watching it for the first time. That's only good if you've already watched it once and maybe it's there first, because otherwise,
That's why you
No.
go to the Thursday or you go right to the opening and then you follow up.
so obviously Ezra is part of that group that ends up going to Dathomir, which we get an interesting image of that later on. And this is where Anakin is now kind of voiceovering and asking the question about to Ahsoka, this is your trial. Are you a Jedi or are you not? So it's almost as if he's giving her an opportunity to come back into the fold.
Which is funny because, you know, Anakin's not a Jedi. He's a little bitch.
Yo, you know what kills me a little about this whole Anakin
Luke is a
and Luke
bitch. I'll
Skywalker
give you
bitch
that,
shit.
but not.
You know,
Anakin.
but
need to
But you
step
know,
off.
you know who's a bitch too? Spider-Man is a bitch. Peter Parker is a
God
bitch.
damn. Here we go.
I just want to let you know that. I want to clarify that Peter Parker's a bitch too. The same shit that you complain about with Anakin is the same shit that Peter Parker does all the
Peter
time.
Parker,
I
Peter
don't
Parker
think-
can't stop crying.
Yeah, exactly. He's a
That's fine.
bitch. He's a bitch. I'm just saying. I'm
Anakin
giving it
didn't
out.
Anakin didn't kill a whole bunch of little kids with a lightsaber and then try to redeem himself. So, like, did Spider-Man
Maybe
do that?
multiverse Spider-Man did. Maybe there was a bad
No.
one. I don't know. You never know. There's some bad Spider-Mans out there. The Doc Ock Spider-Man wasn't great.
Well, we're not talking about Superior Spider-Man.
I don't know. I'm just saying Peter Parker's a bitch. And I'm gonna keep it like that.
I'll
That's fine.
allow it. If you're
Yeah.
allowed to
Thank
just
you.
say Luke Skywalker.
I could say the same thing about Bruce Wayne and Robin. Oh, my parents died at the.
Oh shit.
Oh, Martha. All right.
Oh.
They're all
You can't-
whiny bitches, and we love them.
All right.
Well,
I just want to
Punisher.
clarify that with you.
The Punisher might be the whiniest bitch of them all, boy.
True.
That boy always whining about something. Going and visiting his wife's grave. Oh yes, wallow in your torment. Cry some more, Frank. Cry some
This-
more.
This is really good. I'm really enjoying the bring back of
We lost your volume. Like you hit your mic or something, or
Did I?
you're out.
Yeah, it's all
We're getting
staticky.
static.
Is it static now?
Static and quiet.
You
might just want to unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, you got too excited. Trying to prove me wrong or something, which clearly you didn't.
So this image was interesting when I brightened it up a little bit, because we saw one before of Ahsoka and Sabine kind of with their lightsabers ignited, looking out into the distance as if they're waiting for something. This is that same scene, and these are some crazy looking creatures that are coming down on them. So I'm going to be interested to see what they look like when we get to that part of it. And here's the follow-up to where, like I said, Ezra being on Dathomir, him and Enoch going to town, Night Sister magic versus lightsaber.
Yeah.
You know, he may be an old droid working for the Jedi, but obviously he knows how to use the lightsabers, and he pulls a General Grievous-like ability out of his back. Nope, we got no mic from you at all.
We're just getting a whole bunch of noise. Yeah, I'm gonna mute Sean.
And that's pretty much it. Then we just get one last scene where I don't know if they're in one of the temples fighting something. I mean,
I was going to ask you what this scene was. Is this?
I don't know what they're fighting, so I don't know if this is in one of the temples that's kind of from the Mortis gods.
Yeah, because it gave me kind of world between worlds vibes, right?
Absolutely.
From here, it looks like a bunch of people like cleaning the floor.
So, I mean, and there is a connection.
Like sweeping and mopping.
And that's how I think that ultimately Ahsoka and Sabine will get back, is they'll probably utilize the world between worlds bridge as far as how to get from the one universe to the other. But yeah, it kind of wraps up the season 2 first real trailer for Ahsoka. I mean, it's end of August. I'm sure we'll probably get 2 more at least as we get closer.
Yeah, I mean, it's January, so yeah, you'll probably get in a couple months, and then sometime in December.
So
I could definitely see that.
Sean struggling with his audio. You can tell he's not happy. Yes. Reading lips, he's definitely not happy. All right. From there, we get into the Starfighter information that we got. Now, again, we don't really have anything to look at with this, because the trailer that I was hoping we were going to be able to go back to and break down and look at doesn't exist anymore. Let me grab my notes, because yes, indeed, I have notes. So this is when Sean Levy comes out. He changes his jacket, and we get that really cool logo of an inverted Rebel logo and what looks like 2 blasters to kind of replicate like a skull and crossbones. And we get the reveal of his character's full name, Cade Oberon. I've heard different pronunciations, but and as far as
for Frank Castle, he is the Punisher of the Star Wars universe.
Wears it on the back. So some of the stuff that we were told from this. So this is the moment in the galaxy where there's no sort of government, enforcer, or order. It talks about that it's complete lawlessness. So after the rise of Skywalker, pretty much everybody's gone. The First Order's gone. The New Republic is pretty much wiped out. So everybody's gone. So he says that the regular citizens of the galaxy just need to do whatever they have to do to get by. So that disorder also informs Cade himself, who Levy described as someone shaped by working class upbringing rather than elite institutions that have traditionally dominated the Star Wars saga. Ryan's character, Cade, is from the wrong side of the galaxy. Did not grow up with a silver spoon in his mouth, has a little bit of an edge, but because of that kind of working class background and coming from zero privilege, he goes out on an adventure that intersects his fate with the fastest starfighter ever built. He is a former rogue whose past becomes as important as the story unfolds. They did give us a little bit of a reveal. This was like an early set image that. So apparently, the fastest starfighter ever built that he has, he explains to the kid, is a decommissioned G-17 Imperial Reaper. Kind of looks like some combination of a little bit of X-Wing S. It's got kind of like a funny car, long nose, big giant engines on the back.
That's really cool.
I'll be really interested to see what this vehicle looks like. Some of the inspirations, which is kind of cool. So they're talking about the Outsiders. I don't know if anybody remembers the Outsiders, but again, you're talking about,
man, stay golden, pony boy.
Kind of the class warfare.
Died.
There's huge cast in that movie.
They killed the Karate Kid
with a piece of wood. It's fucked up.
What was it? The Socs and the Greasers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of you get that feel just because of the gangs and kind of the class warfare. You get some American graffiti because, as George Lucas talks about, he loved cruising, fast cars. I mean, we already know.
That'd be kind of cool to if Star Wars has like a car culture, and they're just like kind of driving around.
So this is gonna be like Fast and the Furious part.
Fast and the Furious, yeah. You're gonna have like some Twi'lek in the fucking bikini, let's go.
Again, remember the cinematographer is the same one from F1, and they've talked about this being kind of like Top Gun in the Star Wars universe.
Ooh, Patty Jenkins wanted that. She waited too long.
So the only thing that I read, and I couldn't find the article after I read it the first time, that kind of worried me was that when this was being developed and they were talking about it, that it was, okay, we're going to step out of the normal saga from all the previous Star Wars, the trilogies. So we want you to kind of do your own thing, which always worries me when they tell directors to do that. Because, okay, I get it. You're looking for original story. Fine with that. Original characters. Fine with that. But remember, you are already in a pre-existing galaxy. We already know what Star Wars feels like. So if you want to get creative, but as long as you, and I've said this many times, kind of color within the lines of Star Wars, I think that, the music has to have a certain feel to it. I would love for it to be John Williams-esque, just to feel like Star Wars. I was encouraged because I did read a piece that talked about a potential spoiler for a scene. Who knows if it's legit? But the thing that jumped out to me was that in the scene they talked about there being a Quakian monkey lizard, Salacious Crumb. That's the kind of stuff that, again, grounds you back into it being Star Wars. It doesn't need to be a main character. Just when you have background elements that we've all seen before, that are conscious or subconscious, looks at it and goes, oh yeah, this is Star Wars. If you do enough of that with your originality, it can work. So.
But I guess my counterpoint to that, Ed, right? Like, this is supposed to be this is going to be a galaxy, right? Like, we look at our own country, our own world, and country to country, everything's super different, right?
Of course.
So if we're exploring a galaxy outside of everything we've seen, why does it have to look the same?
So I've come up with my own rule about how Star Wars and planets and all that shit works. The average planet on Star Wars is about the size of Texas. It's about that big.
It's true.
See, now when you can fly from different planet to different planet, doesn't take so long. And that's how like 7 people can drop from a ship and take the planet. Because if 7 people drop from the ship over Alaska, like what the who gives a shit? You know, like the only way it makes sense is if the planets are really, really small.
So, to your comparison, a little, it's almost like, you know, you can do different movies with different cultures on planet Earth. You can do ones that are in Asia, in Africa, Europe, North America, South America, and they can be completely different because of the cultures and the backgrounds and the cities, but you're still on Earth. They're still humans, and there's still certain things to where it feels familiar. That's the feel that I'm looking for. I don't need it to be all the same. I don't want it all the same. I want new things added and creativity, but there just has to be a feel to where, you know, and I think this is the biggest part for your average person to watch it and to just know that, oh yeah, I'm in the Star Wars universe. Because otherwise, you're just making a science fiction movie that you're calling Star Wars if it doesn't feel like it belongs here.
Yeah, like the sequel trilogy.
So, no, that was one of my biggest gripes with the sequel trilogy. Everything was different. You could take that trilogy with, other than a few elements, Jedi, and you could tell me that it's not even in the Star Wars universe, and your non-fan would be like, yeah, I believe that, because it's so different.
Let's do a sequel trilogy and never let any of the 3 main characters meet up again.
Yeah, the only thing everybody wants.
I mean, I get it. I just don't know. Like,
I don't get it.
When I hear no, I'm not talking about that part. I'm just talking about like Ed's want. But I also hear a lot of complaints that for being a galaxy, it's too small. We don't see enough. There's not enough differential. Why the music doesn't have to be the same? Just like I say, country to country, music's different. I get what you're saying. It's all humans, right?
How can they breathe on every planet?
This is one planet. You know, this is a whole different planet. It would be totally different.
No. Yeah.
But like Starfield, Ed, you know, like go on one planet. It's like you can breathe. Cool. I can fucking run around without having my helmet on. Other planets you walk out, if you don't have your helmet on, you're going to die quickly.
Wow.
Yeah, Fernando and that kid, man.
I know. That's
I need to start sending Fernando like birthday cards with that fucking kid on them. That would be good stuff. Custom artwork with Fernando hugging that kid. Fernando, I have you on Instagram, bro. I can steal some pictures and make some funny shit. I've done it with Will. Will's family questioned him about one of them.
It was the
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. They're like, wait, why did you dress up like Harley Quinn?
Can y'all hear me, or is there an echo?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
No, we got you.
Yeah, and no echo.
Weird, because I'm not even using my microphone anymore.
Well,
yeah, fuck that thing.
Worked on your settings.
Work on your settings, motherfucker.
I said you must have worked on your settings. I didn't say go work on your settings.
You sounded real mean. You sounded real mean to me, like I did something wrong.
Well, you did.
Well, I'm glad you got that fixed, because after talking about Starfighter, really the only thing left was to go into light and magic, and I don't want to do that without you.
Well, did you guys see the Lucas the Lucas like museum thing that they had going on there?
What?
At the show? They had like a whole like little like, you know, like the upcoming things, like they showed the Anakin suit and stuff like that at the pavilion, I guess. Like there was like a whole Star Wars pavilion thing.
Like they did at Comic-Con, but just interesting. No, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I thought I had pictures of it, but I don't think I did. San Diego Comic-Con pavilion.
It wouldn't be San Diego Comic-Con, it would be D23.
Or D23. Shit, my bad. Thank you, Lil. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get it wrong. I apologize.
I got y'all distracted.
Let me see. There's images on it. Like, yeah, they have like a giant Rada the Hut in there and all kind of cool shit. I'll share it.
Well, I don't know if that falls in the cool category.
Yeah, that's kind of in the shitty category.
I mean, I agree, but yeah.
There's something. Some person has a fetish, and that's how that came to be. It's weird. It's weird to give slugs muscles.
I like the concept. I loved the idea. I just think the execution was not. And again, the big part for me was the voice and the fact that he spoke basic the entire time. I get it. You're trying to separate yourself from your father.
Man, you in the basic language, man. Like
he rebelled and learned English.
Too well. He didn't even have like a Huttese accent or anything. Maybe that would have made it better. I don't know.
It's Jeremy Allen White. We're lucky he didn't come in there with his New York accent.
Why do we need famous actors to do voiceover work?
Because how else are you going to spend all that money instead of on special effects?
We have all these people who specialize in voiceover work. That is all they do. They have a face for rate. Well, I'm sure not all of them do, but that's what they do. They do voices and they do it so well. And yet we bring in and pay top level actors to voice stuff.
I don't know. This was some of the stuff at the D23 pavilion, at the Lucasfilms pavilion that they had. Ahsoka's, her
Ahsoka stuff is cool.
Yeah. Chopper. Lothcat. Little Rod of the Hut. Maquette. Which was available at Regal Robot. It's actually now sold out.
The Adventures of Grogu and Rada.
That little Rada maquette reminds me of the xenomorph that came out of the chest of the guy from Spaceballs.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello,
yes.
my ragtime gal.
Exactly.
Put him in a fucking top hat and call it a day.
Yeah, that was just some of the stuff.
Check, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff, but I'll tell you, man, a lot of shit's gonna be at that Star Wars Franklin Institute thing, dude. Like, there's gonna be a lot of stuff on available during that thing. So I can't wait to go.
So I'm still just curious, again, with what I mentioned with the 4 things we're getting for 2027. All make sense, are all good. They're all spaced out well. It works. We have no knowledge of anything else that's currently in either pre-production or anything.
So they just dropped the Rey movie. They just said, "Fuck it, we're not going to do it."
We have no idea. Right now. We have no knowledge of anything that's in production at any level.
So
now,
here's my question for you on that. Mm-hmm. Why would they, when they've got a big 50th anniversary party happening next year in less than a year, where they're going to be able to drop all of this, and it's going to cause a storm of internet discussion and
you are absolutely right. That makes total sense. It just feels weird because we're so used to being told everything right out of the gate.
Oh, you're
with every property,
because we don't have a giant milestone coming, at the same time. So if we didn't have the 50th and we didn't have a bigger celebration LA event, you probably would have heard more.
No, that makes sense.
Weird that he's doing it in LA. Or they're doing it in LA, especially after watching episode 3, and we found out just how much they dislike LA.
Well,
that is funny. That's true.
It's not George anymore.
That's true also.
So,
all right. Well, let's get into Light and Magic.
Light on Magic.
Light on Magic. This episode was called Just think about it. And this was the introduction of them, after pretty much after Star Wars, they went off on their own and they tried to figure out what they wanted to do. And a lot of the guys started working on Battlestar Galactica, which was really cool. Like, I mean, like I didn't know any of this, so it's very interesting to see how much the Star Wars guys actually developed Battlestar Galactica, which is actually a cool thing, and you should have a little bit more like fan favorite of it now. Like, it's like,
I loved it as a kid. I mean it was a natural fill. It's actually, for me, because I love the cosplay aspect of it, those original Cylon warriors are on my list as a cosplay that I would love to do one day.
Jesus.
So,
I mean, I get it. But,
by your command.
We got kind of an introduction to, like, all the guys who found out that they were going to go somewhere else. What's up, Dubak? What's going on, buddy? Thanks for jumping on. That those guys actually were going to go on to do Empire, and some of them did not get invited. Not really everybody. It seemed like they invited everybody, but
the main damn person. I was pretty pissed.
So,
I didn't know that story, and then
really,
I mean, I watched it, but like I didn't know the whole story.
Right.
I remember watching it, but like when I watched it the first time, it wasn't like I was like focused. I was focused here because we're going to talk about it. I just had it on, right? And then here I'm like,
it's kind of bullshit, right? Like,
yeah, Dykstra built this whole damn thing.
He's like, but when things changed, he got really mad, so we didn't want that negativity around. Like, you gotta just look. It's a team effort. Some people are more fucking hostile than other people. You gotta work with it, man. You can't just kick him out of the club that he helped build.
But I still think one of the craziest thoughts was that Lauren Peterson was working on Flesh Gordon.
Oh, I love that.
I was hoping to bring that up.
I've seen Flesh Gordon.
Have you?
It's fantastic. It came. Why I've seen it? I saw it at a very young age, not on purpose. It was like on HBO or on Cinemax.
I think it was
at night. It was on Cinemax.
Cinemax.
And I remember, like, I thought I read, because you see the old tiles. Remember, you saw Flash Gordon, and I was like, oh, Flash Gordon's on. I'll just throw this on, and then I was doing stuff around because I always stay up late. Like, I'm a late person. Like, if I have to take sleep aids now because I will never fall asleep.
Right.
And so as a kid, all of a sudden I'm looking at this stuff. Maybe it was like a tween. I was at that age, and I'm like, are those giant dicks coming out of the ground? What the fuck is this? And it was Flash Gordon, because like there were dick monsters and everything. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, I better not get caught watching this shit. I never watched the whole movie, but I have theme parts.
I do love the way that they talk about, like, you have to cheat with some of this shit, with some of these special effects, because I found in doing my little short film, we had many special effects. We had no budget. So how do you have to cheat to get the effect you want. You have to take things and put them together and do things that aren't supposed to work to get that shot. And I just found all of that really, really interesting. I liked how they went through this. This guy did a whole, I want that fucking Steel catalog. They say you can call it and just get it.
I try to look that bitch up. Like, I tried to find it on eBay. I could not.
I want it.
I want it
too. They said you just call the U.S. Steel Company. They said they'll send you one. But that was back in like the 80s.
That was back in the day, though. Yeah.
But that shit is jam-packed with fucking crazy art. That's where they got the Imperial Walkers. And then they showed the fucking dinosaur they designed it off of. And I was like, motherfucker. It literally is that. It's that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, like, well, they really didn't design shit. They just stole all this shit and kind of made it their own.
Yeah. I mean, that's nearly everything.
Right. In a way, yeah. But it's not about, like, that guy's drawing is not this, right? Like, they took that idea. Basically, the only thing they stole from it was the legs, which they made dumbass longer and larger. They quadrupled the size of the vehicle. They added a neck, which, like, it's good to know that, like, this all was done as a design thing, right? Like they wanted it to look like a creature and be able to turn its head and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what you were going for. Because on the technical side, that seems like a big fucking no-no. Like all of those things, like if it steps in a pothole, that $1 billion machine is done. Like, like I don't know what to do.
The AT-AT.
And then like if that thing falls, anybody in that cockpit is dead. It's like 150-foot fall.
As you say, you know, you only need one thing to stop the AT-AT. Stairs.
Yeah.
But
like
that thing was a fucking, but that thing was a tank though. So it's like you were bringing it down, but you really weren't. I mean, they did bring it down by like just wire and like a spaceship. Like it was really
they tricked it.
They did. Yeah. Like, that was kind of a flaw. It was like
we're gonna tie shoelaces together.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, the Empire, they were really stupid in many ways. Like they built a lot of stupid shit.
Yes, they put all of their warriors, their enlistees, in helmets with 0 peripheral vision. They gave them plexiglass armor and unbelievably difficult to operate vehicles.
Yeah.
So, and again, this is kind of a what if moment. What do you think Empire Strikes Back could have been if they would have brought Dykstra back to run?
Probably the same thing. I don't think it would have escaped anything, like, oh, he fucked this up. No, like Star Wars.
Nothing would have changed.
No. I think everything was probably already.
I think the only thing that might have happened was that they would have probably got things done quicker, right? Because when they got to there with all the equipment, they're like, how the fuck do we put this together, right?
Yeah.
So So George messed up on his own damn budget by being a bitch ass that he didn't want to bring Dykstra back because like they had to figure out
his attitude.
Yeah, they had to figure out like what how to put everything back together. So they spent so much time doing that, and who knows? Like that might have maybe they would have been able to work more on some of this stuff. Like you saw some of them talking about how difficult some of even the puppeteering or not
only that, but like the fact that these guys would put hours and hours and hours into paintings and maquettes and models, and then George just walks in and goes, nope. Red line through this, red line through that. They said they started putting up copies of shit because they were tired of him redlining their original artwork. Like, that's where that volatility comes from. You can only ask an artist to draw something so many fucking times and then redline through all their shit before the artist is like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
This is hours and hours. And I don't just crank this out in 30 seconds. Like, this is hours of work.
Oh. And I couldn't imagine, as cool as all this sounds, and we talked about it last week, to where, I mean, you figure a 2-hour movie, 40 to 60 hours of material. So just think of like all of that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have spent an entire week working on something that ends up on the floor.
Look at this guy.
Well,
I love how.
Okay. No,
I was gonna say I love how they were like talking about the stop motion in this, and they were like, "Yeah, George wanted these things to rotate and the pistons to go up and down, and we thought we were gonna have to animate that after the fact, but no, this badass right here built all of that shit into there so that when the legs moved, it just did it automatically, just cut steps out like fucking rock star. That guy."
Now you start to now, and I'm glad to see if you watch this because like I was always curious because I wanted you to really see this. This is where you're the one person I didn't want to see this because I know from your creative aspect and all this other stuff and just things. I'm like, and you watch Phil Tippett basically do a lot of the shit that
He's a rock star.
Today. Yeah, and now you see why he has all these fucking Regal robots, signs, signatures, and shit like that. Because he did a lot of this shit. He put a lot of work into that shit, and the respect, that he deserves. Again, like we talked about last week, these guys
trying to also make extra money because George was probably paying him shit.
And that's true too. He deserves all the accolades. But that other motherfucker that went through the process of like getting a carcass and having it get eaten by maggots and doing all this weird shit to stretch it out to make the Tauntaun model.
Yeah, let's go there.
That guy deserves some accolades too, because that was just like a wild. The guy's explaining it. I'm like, how the fuck do you even come up with that as a process?
Dude, that was crazy. I was like, ew, like that was.
Well, he said that was a normal Hollywood process, right? He said they used it in King Kong.
How do you come up with that? I understand,
know.
But it's like so much trial and error like had to go in there.
Yeah. I think it's taking other ideas, because certain aspects of that are commonplace in taxidermy. So you go to a taxidermist who's intentionally preserving, and you're like, how do you preserve this? And then you look at it and go, well, I could do that, but if I do these 3 things, it'll look better on film.
You know what it is? I guess I don't have the pull to just walk into any fucking building that's doing a certain thing and go, tell me how you do that. Well, they'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not telling you.
Back then, I think that was more commonplace. Now, then everybody's protecting their, everything's privileged.
And again, with this show, where they're like, I loved hanging out there, like-minded people. I like talking about movies. They like talking about movies. We just talked about movies. I'm like, great. What makes you so special? Like we all do. Like, I feel like we're in the wrong time. Like, if we were in a different time, we would have gotten the movie.
I mean, I've been in a situation like that where everybody's on the same page. Like, we're all artists. We're all talking about shit, and we're having fun doing it. Like, those days now for me are gone because all those guys are gone. But like back then,
we're all on the same page. We have our own.
Us, but like working in an environment like that of like creatives, it was very fun. Like, and that you do enjoy that part. And like, I get where they're coming from. It's like, dude, everybody's talking about the same shit. Imagine if we all worked in the same office building.
Well, yeah, well, not, and I do understand, because like when I was shooting the movie and doing all that, there's just so much camaraderie time. There's a lot of time in setup and stuff. You're waiting, and you just talk to the actors and you get to know everybody. And like, it's a whole thing. Sorry, excuse me.
And the ingenuity of these guys is mind-boggling, because again, they took their inspiration from Sinbad and those others with a stop motion, which is fantastic. But for them to look at it and go, all right, well, we can do that, but there's something we need to add to it. And they're inventing this. Again, they're building the plane as they're flying it. So you've got Tippett, Berg, and Murren, who basically come up with the idea of going, all right, well, we're going to experiment with this and the camera team. So we're not just doing stop motion in the traditional fashion. We're going to do some of it during the camera exposure. So it creates a little bit of natural blur, because that's what true motion and movement looks like.
Yeah.
So when you string it all back together, it looks more natural rather than what we used to see. I mean, again, I think that they started to really figure it out here. It really comes into play during the movie Dragon Slayer. That's when they kind of mastered it.
Yeah. I'm going to say something real quick. I'm going to go back to this. I really do love this maquette. Like, I love this maquette so much. Like, I have the sideshow version of it, but I've always loved this because I wish they would make a stop motion like maquette of this piece right here, because I would fucking buy it with no problems, because I think it's just really amazing. And
they give you the steps on how to make it yourself.
I mean, I'm not that. I ain't that good.
Steve,
I wish I was.
I wish
I was that good, dude.
I don't give a fuck about maggots. I don't give a fuck.
But it's really great, man. You really appreciate that. And although I wanted to go back for something to you, because like I know you're Joe Johnston and all that like stuff. Like for me, like I didn't know Joe Johnston was that fucking good of an artist. Like I didn't know that till now. Like literally not till now, but when I watched this, I was like, holy shit. Like I knew he was an artist, but that motherfucker was good. Like he was like top notch good of an artist, and like,
well, he didn't think he was. He kept talking himself down. I was like, man, take some credit. Take credit.
Speaking of artists, I thought it was really funny that Ralph McQuarrie's on here doing his shit, and you got this other guy who was like, yo, his fucking clouds are trash. Motherfucker can paint everything. Cannot paint a cloud, bro. Had to get him off of there. Had to tell him, I'll do the clouds.
Had to trick him.
Yeah.
Fuck. He's like, he's amazing. He's great. Who am I to tell him anything? But those clouds were shit. I had to fucking say something.
It was funny. It's like Rob Liefeld at his feet. You know?
Yeah, it was fucking great. I was like, damn.
There's just some things artists can't do.
Yeah.
You know,
Rob Liefeld's feet weren't the worst thing. It was that Captain America.
Well, that chest, I know. With the
stupid chest.
The mental health story from Phil Tippett
Yeah.
was fantastic. I mean, talk about, I mean, he's amazing as is, but then to kind of humanize it and look at what he overcame and how he did things in order to overcome that and utilized it to his advantage, mind-blowing.
Without psychology, without meds, probably. Like he didn't
No.
You know, like
it was in an era where that was frowned upon, right? Like
well,
nobody talked about
in the episode though, he's stated that just recently he's discovered that throughout his whole life
other stuff. Yeah.
He had depression and anxiety, which I think kind of everybody on earth has because of the state of how things are. Right. But certain people can deal with it better than others. He found a way in building and having a job that let him express himself creatively, and that, you know, for people that don't have that line of work and are drilled every day, all day long, it doesn't really help with your depression and anxiety.
Agreed.
Sure don't.
I agree. I mean,
look at him right there, fucking up clouds left and right.
Yeah, yeah, fucking McQuarrie.
You great McQuarrie, you are so great. I can't have you wasting your valuable time doing clouds. Like, that's way beneath you. You should be over here doing this. I'll take care of it. I'll just do it because
you got more important shit to do. It's clouds.
Great.
It's great.
Look at all that great fucking art in the background that he did. Like, bro.
Yeah, but you know what I'm not seeing? Clouds.
No clouds in there whatsoever. Yeah, crazy. Beautiful though. God damn. Like
now in Procreate, cloud brush. Makes sense.
Yeah, the value of an artist like Ralph McQuarrie is, again, you know, it's really weird with Star Wars. It's like we had so many iconic figures during this time, and like there's no museum of like Ralph McQuarrie shit. Like there's no like they don't
in England
hallway.
I think there's one in England.
Is there? Like there's not one in fucking America. You would think that we would have one though, but like there should be like little Ralph McQuarrie fucking museum. Like it's just it's sad. Like it's like, dude, this guy is fucking like one of the best artists of all time who created one of the best movie artworks of all time and storyboards. He should be decorated as like, yo, the Ralph McQuarrie Museum of Modern Art, like real shit. And like
him and that guy that did the catalog for the steel company.
Yeah, I agree. Mead.
I don't know who the fuck that was, but that guy rocks.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy work. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm actually just looking up because I'm pretty sure there's one.
What did you think? What did you think of the interview with was it Dan Rather? I think I can't remember who it was.
Yeah,
and
Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite, and they're all in the background like, oh yeah, we're not really doing shit. We're just making up shit. Like as
this,
that was a great one.
I actually laughed because this made me think when I worked for a big giant credit card firm.
Right.
Every rare once in a while, like the CEO, like the big wigs would come.
Yep.
And it used to just make me crazy because we would stage everything.
Yep.
Like you'd rebuild it and you'd move stuff around and create this illusion for them. And I would scratch my head going, you know, if I were them, the reason I'm coming for a tour is because I want to see how it really works. I don't want this illusion created for me. I was so thinking of that with this piece to where they're like, oh yeah, we're putting all this shit that really has nothing to do with it just because it looks important. And it makes him think, oh wow, look at them. They've got all of these fancy doodads and things. Like, it's hilarious.
Doodads.
Steve, you're on mute. You're on mute.
That's how it works. Do you know how many times in my job I can weasel my way out of a fucking complaint or problem just using big words that they don't fucking understand? I'm like, yeah, what we got to do is we got to get the routing fixed. Your router's having an issue, so we need to power cycle that. Then we need to take the second link on the fiber optic. We need to move that down to the fourth port. And they got to reboot this switch, and their eyes go white.
It's all
and
ball bearings these days.
I don't have to do any of that shit. I'm just trying to get them to shut up.
Rod. It goes there.
Oh no! One of the best is you get a rookie out there. You tell him to go to the van and get the wire stretcher. Motherfucker will be out there 30 minutes. Come back. What does it look like?
Oh, it doesn't even exist. I was just fucking with you. Like, damn.
Got him.
All right, yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking us on tangents.
No, it's great.
They confirmed what many of us already knew. Potatoes and shoes and all kinds of crazy shit that they just threw in there as small items. I mean, again, when they're small and there's multiple, nobody pays attention.
A fucking potato looks like an asteroid.
I agree.
Like, I mean, they maybe shouldn't have left them like brown.
I was going to say, you could have painted
dust
it.
them up a little bit, a little rocky texture, perhaps.
Ain't nobody was thinking about that then. They didn't give a shit.
I loved how they talked about they needed that warp. And they were like, the warp wasn't even hard. The effect to do the stars, not the problem. The problem was the cuts of the Millennium Falcon fucking flying ass after it. And how they came up with it. The guy was like, the model was too big. I couldn't get it in the shot. So I took a fucking Polaroid and at a certain angle, and I glued that to a piece of glass.
He did say that. and it
then
was
we
great.
had a shot. And I'm like, and it fucking worked. He's like, that's how you got to learn how to cheat.
Yeah, fucking great. It fucking, and it works. And again, till this day, like after not watching this, I never knew that shit. I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, I'm constantly learning new tricks. I subscribe to a page that's teaching me all sorts of new ways and things to do on Procreate. I'm like, oh, awesome. It's like, it's very cool. And then they start getting into the computers.
Yeah, the computer stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
I think that if I were part of this group back then,
List of things that you have.
I would have probably been like Dykstra in that Lucas would have not brought me back after working with me once, because I recognize his genius and his creativity and his vision for doing this. And I know that it's kind of his baby, but nothing makes me crazier in life than having a senior executive who, when you get to the 11th hour and you're moments away from actually doing this, that they're like, you know, I need to make this change. And like him going to Phil Tippett week and a half before the release date of Empire, going, we need to change this one piece. And I just strangled him.
That's why that one motherfucker that didn't get invited, that's why, because he was George Cannon said some shit and he would have been, he was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
What
we
the
can't
fuck?
work under these conditions.
And then George was like, oh, well, you're not going to move to Marin.
Yeah. We're going up to Northern California. You're not invited.
Have fun working in warehouses for the rest of your life. Bye.
Hey, I ain't even gonna hold you. I didn't even know fucking Industrial Light and Magic even did Dragon Slayer. I did not fucking know it at all.
I love that movie as a kid.
Until I watched, I was like, oh shit. This is why I probably love this movie so much. I really loved Dragon Slayer back in the day.
One of the best on-screen dragons still.
I agree.
Yes.
Steve. I agree. That fucking dragon was awesome.
What I'm trying to think of like a really bad on-screen dragon, right? Because Dragon Slayer was good. The dragon in the new Pete's Dragon was good. Game of Thrones crushes it. Even that shitty one movie, Reign of Fire, the dragons were good.
What about that one?
You made me watch it.
What about the one where Dennis Quaid voiced the dragon? like
Dragonheart.
Dragonheart.
Sean
Sean
Connery voiced
Sean
the dragon.
Connery.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid was in the movie.
And that was
movie
good.
is that movie's a little cheesy. However, the dragon fucking rocks. The dragon's good.
I like that movie actually. I still like that movie.
I remember. Yep. Nope. I do love me some Dragonheart. Not so much the sequels.
So
Considering he was supposed to be the last dragon.
So then we start getting into what we're going to probably talk about next week is, the push for other movies and stuff like that. Like,
which was so off. Like we spent a lot of time like giving George Lucas some shit on this episode, but his whole thing was like, it's going to take me a while to write the next one. And so like these guys can't just be sitting here. So I have to start shopping their skills around so that they can keep working while I'm writing the next thing.
Yeah.
And
Which
it's just really cool.
Well,
Spielberg's me.
It was smart too, right? Because the more and more these guys work, the more and more they're evolving the special effects, right? So if they were just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for George to finish his script, if he was just, keeping it for himself, like they would never get better. And they just continued to get better. And we'll talk about that next week.
Now you start to after, I remember we had a discussion, I think maybe in last year, and like we had like a debate, and I was like, yo, without Star Wars, we would probably we wouldn't have half the shit that we've watched today. And this is why we debated about it, and I was like, this is why Star Wars was one of the most influential movies of all time. And you see why after Steve, you're on mute. You're good.
I was going to say, and now you see why a lot of these other places like Weta, these other workshops have popped up because you need more. Like ILM can't do everything, and so I'm sure there's people from ILM that are over at Weta, and I know there's other effects houses that are popping up. So like, the wealth gets spread.
You see the impact of Star Wars, and I can't like.
But it starts with ILM. Right?
Yeah. No,
without ILM, there is no Star Wars.
But again, that's where it all started from, though. Like that's where we and this is why it's like it really is. It's weird to say it, and we don't say
the chicken and the egg, though. It's the chicken and the egg because
right.
If ILM and Dykstra didn't do what they did for the first movie,
I agree.
Would the movie have succeeded? No. So I do think Steve's right. Like, it's not Star Wars. I don't know.
But after watching these 3 estodes, I'm starting to wonder if I'm more of an ILM fan than a Star Wars.
Well, but then you come back to, the story.
I'm with you on this one. Like, yo, this is how I'm like, yo, fucking ILM is like, yo, like.
But
I'm there.
I needed
George Lucas to drive it, to give it the vision, and most importantly, to fund it. Because no one was willing to spend the money.
Nobody.
He was willing to put his own money on the line to create the vision that was in his head.
Well, he made a truckload of money on.
Well,
Star
but it was
Wars, so.
that was but he reinvested most of it. He rolled the dice twice.
And the move to Marin was not cheap.
Mm.
That's a long fucking drive. I don't know if you guys are West Coasters. You don't know.
I mean, you know more than I do. I was going to ask you that actually.
From Marin to LA, you're looking at close to a 10 to 12 hour drive, especially with giant trucks. You ain't driving fucking fast.
Right.
But for me to get I live about 2 hours away from Marin. Where I used to live is about 2 hours away from LA. And that took me 8 hours to drive in a regular car. So do the math in a fucking truck hauling a bunch of shit. You're looking at 10 to 12 hour drives, man.
Now, Steve, let me ask you a question. So now that you've watched this now, is like your ideal of like Star Wars now and just like the ILM shit is just like it now you kind of go in knowing more shit now. You kind of go in and you're like, damn, I didn't know this shit.
Well, yes and no. Like I didn't know most of the stuff at all, right? But the little bit of experience that I had in making a movie over the last 6-8 months I learned a lot in the field about how
Mhm.
this works, how that works, what it's called. You know, it's not called a clackerboard. It's fucking slate. I know that. You know, learning all about how sound design works and microphones and lighting, and how even if you fucking light a room up like Christmas, video footage it looks dark. You know, like I learned a lot about tricks and how to make something seem bigger than it is or smaller than it is. But all done on such a smaller scale with no money. You know, we didn't build models and all that cool shit. But I definitely feel like I could fit right in with, because like I was in my fucking zone doing the movie shit. I am in my elements. I'm not thinking about nothing else. Like homie was saying, oh, when I'm building shit, the voices stop, the noises go away. I can focus. I'm in my element, and this is all I'm really focused on. When I was on the movie, that's what it was. I wasn't worried about work. I wasn't worried about the show, the fam. We were making a movie.
I hope now that you're more of a fan of it, though. You're like, just like, damn, yo, these dudes put the work in, dog. Like, and
every episode, I become less of a fan. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm wondering if I'm more a fan of the ILM studio house, the effects house, than I am Star Wars proper, because it's not just Star Wars that they did.
It's not.
At the end of the day, they touched E.T., The Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Star Trek,
fucking Indiana Jones, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek. Like, they have their fucking mitts in everything.
Jurassic Park, Terminator 2. Like,
yeah, I think I'm a fan of ILM more than anything else in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, that wraps it up a little. I know you already know you've watched this already, but now that you focused on it more, now you're kind of like, oh shit, like
I see that maybe George Lucas was the money, but he wasn't the talent behind everything that happened.
Well, he was the first one to admit it. He was like, I don't know how any of this works, but I'll go talk to that guy and say, I want this. And he'll tell me, I don't know how that works. And I'll say, think about it. And then I get it. Like, well, that's one fucking way to go about it, I guess. Yeah.
Most of your great leaders in history are incapable of doing it themselves, recognize it, but they know how to put together a good team, and they know how to make it
in
happen.
Leadership, if you are the smartest in the room, your room is not going anywhere, right? Like, that's how I build my teams. I'm not the smartest in the room. If I'm the smartest leader, then there's a problem. Like, I don't know what everybody does, and I can't, and I'm not supposed to. I just need to put together the people.
Lead.
That was the problem at my job. I'm this person. The person that doesn't know more than me about anything is above me and is trying to tell me shit. And it's like,
no, we gotta let you work.
You gotta let me do my shit.
Let him cook
for this. Let me cook, bro. We're falling behind because you can't shut up. Sorry, now we're just going on real tangents.
Get out the way, move.
We said it all. I appreciate Ed you breaking it down for us.
Thank you, Ed.
Join us here next week. We'll be talking about episode 4 of Light and Magic. I hope everybody's enjoying these. Like, we do get. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have watched it. If you haven't watched it, check them out. They're really, really good. It's a really, really good documentary.
We need a bracket next week. We need a bracket.
Bracket up.
We got to start doing more brackets. I love those brackets.
All right. Yeah, we'll get a bracket in there. Definitely. We don't have much to talk about next week anyway, so yeah, we definitely can get a bracket in. Yeah.
Shittiest Star Wars characters.
Oh shit. Join us here next week. Make sure you
Grogu's on that list.
Subscribe, comment, let us know how we're doing. Just make sure you like and subscribe, and we hope we're doing well. I hope you guys are learning something from this, and join us this Saturday. We will be talking about, I have no idea.
This Saturday I went to a video game convention and walked out with some stuff that's not video game related.
Well.
I almost pulled the trigger on a Power Glove, but they wanted like 180, and I was just like,
that's not one to turn down, though, Steve. It's a nice piece.
Peek is Sneak peek is one of the things I got.
Ooh.
I have a lot of fucking cars. And this is gonna go really cool with the Ecto one and the Batmobile and the fucking DeLorean. So
Nice.
sneak peek. I got more things too.
So yeah, that's it. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed.
And may the force be with you.
Always.
Oh, baby.